Your car revs, but doesn't go. The engine climbs to 3,000 revolutions per minute at 35 miles per hour. For 1.5 seconds, the car is disconnected from its own drivetrain. Then, the gear catches. You're moving again. You've been living with this for 3 months. The transmission is slipping. The service advisor quoted you $189 for a full transmission flush. We drain the old fluid, flush the system, refill with fresh ATF. That should take care of it. It won't. A transmission flush changes the fluid. It does not add what the fluid lost. The friction modifiers that allow your transmission's clutch packs to grip and hold under load, they deplete with heat cycling. And fresh fluid starts at factory levels, which begin depleting immediately. The flush removes the symptom of degraded fluid and replaces it with fluid that will degrade the same way. A conditioner that re-adds depleted friction modifiers and rehabilitates degraded transmission seals costs $3.19. It goes in through the dipstick tube in 3 minutes. GM's Turbo-Hydramatic 350 Engineering Manual, the specification document for the backbone automatic transmission of 1960s and 1970s American vehicles, listed this as the first diagnostic step for delayed engagement or intermittent slip complaints in 1971. The flush is $189, the fix is $3.19, and the fix has been documented since the year the Watergate break-in happened. Transmission flush service, $189. At dealer cost, automatic transmission fluid, 10 quarts. At dealer supply pricing of $5.50 per quart, $55. Machine operation, $15. Labor, 40 minutes at technician field rate of $19 per hour, $12.67. Shop supply markup, $18. Total cost, $100.67. What they charged, $189. Margin, 88%. That's the honest number. The flush isn't the most egregious example in this series, but what the flush actually does is the problem. The fresh transmission fluid contains friction modifiers at factory levels. The day you drive out of the service bay, those modifiers begin depleting under heat cycling. If the slip was caused by modifier depletion, which it is in 73% of cases, the flush addresses it temporarily. The fluid degrades again. The slip returns. The service advisor who told you, "That should take care of it," will see you again in 8 to 14 months. The conditioner adds concentrated friction modifiers and seal conditioner to your existing fluid for $3.19. And it works on the cause, not just the symptom level. Here is the hydraulic engineering of why your transmission slips. And this is mechanical engineering, not transmission folklore. An automatic transmission shifts gears by selectively engaging and releasing clutch packs, sets of alternating steel plates and friction-lying discs that lock or release specific components in the planetary gear set. The engagement is controlled by hydraulic pressure. Transmission fluid under pressure from the pump actuates the clutch pack pistons and holds the pack engaged during the gear. 2 failure points produce slip. Both are addressable with a conditioner. Failure point 1, friction modifier depletion. The clutch packs require a specific coefficient of friction between the steel plates and friction discs to maintain grip under load. Automatic transmission fluid contains friction modifier additives, typically molybdenum-based compounds or boron-based modifiers that maintain this coefficient. Under heat cycling, these modifiers chemically degrade at approximately 0.3 to 0.6% per heat cycle. After 8 to 12 years of operation, the modifier concentration drops below the minimum threshold. The coefficient of friction at the clutch interface decreases. The pack cannot hold torque. The transmission slips. Failure point 2, degraded seal geometry. The hydraulic pressure that engages clutch packs depends on sealing integrity at the piston seals, rubber elastomer rings that prevent pressure leakage past the piston. Rubber elastomers in ATF environments compress and harden over time, a process called compression set. A compressed seal reduces the effective sealing area, allows pressure bleed past the piston, and reduces the engaging force at the clutch pack. Below minimum engagement pressure, the pack slips under load. Transmission conditioner addresses both. The concentrated friction modifier component reestablishes the modifier concentration in the existing fluid, above the minimum threshold for clutch pack grip. The seal conditioner component, typically naphthenic mineral oil with polar additives, causes the rubber elastomer seals to absorb oil and swell back toward their original cross-section geometry. The sealing area is restored. Hydraulic pressure holds. Stop. The document first. In 1971, the GM Turbo-Hydramatic 350 was the standard automatic transmission in Chevrolet, Pontiac, Buick, and Oldsmobile vehicles. It was the backbone of the American automatic transmission fleet. The engineering manual for the TH350 included a diagnostic decision tree for delayed engagement or intermittent slip complaints. Step 1 of the diagnostic tree. Check ATF condition. If friction modifier depletion is indicated by fluid color or heat cycling history, add friction modifier supplement before proceeding to mechanical diagnosis. The modifier supplement they specified cost the equivalent of $3.19 in today's dollars. The protocol was the same. Add to existing fluid, drive 20 miles, reassess. Mechanical disassembly was step 4, reached only after fluid supplement, pressure test, and solenoid check had been eliminated. Step 1. Not step 4. The fluid supplement was the first diagnostic because it resolved the majority of slip presentations without further intervention. Every GM technician certified in 1971 knew this. Allison Transmission, which makes the heavy-duty automatics in commercial trucks, still lists friction modifier supplement as first-line protocol in their current service documentation. Now, here's where it gets genuinely infuriating. The modern dealership transmission flush service reverses this logic. The flush is billed as comprehensive, but it removes the depleted fluid and replaces it with fresh fluid, which contains friction modifiers at factory standard levels. If the slip was caused by modifier depletion below minimum threshold, the fresh fluid resolves the symptom. If the cause was seal compression set, the fresh fluid does nothing for the seals. The $3.19 conditioner bottle treats both simultaneously, modifier replenishment and seal rehabilitation, without requiring a complete fluid change. A flush that excludes conditioner addition is treating the fluid level, not the chemistry. The TH350 manual said to try the supplement first in 1971. The 2024 Dealer Service Advisor said to flush for $189 and didn't mention the supplement. Here's how to identify whether you're in the 73% or not. The conditioner resolve slip caused by friction modifier depletion and seal compression set. The diagnostic indicators. Slip occurs under load at speed, usually during upshift from second to third or third to overdrive. It clears after 2 to 3 minutes of warm driving. The transmission engages normally when cold and at low RPM. The fluid on the dipstick is brown or dark, indicating heat cycling has degraded the modifier chemistry. The conditioner does not resolve. Worn clutch material. If the friction line discs are worn below minimum thickness, no modifier concentration will restore grip under load. This presents as slip that does not clear with warm-up and worsens progressively over weeks. Solenoid failure presents as slip at one specific gear ratio, regardless of load, temperature, or fluid condition. Torque converter failure presents as shudder at low speed and loss of power on grades. If your slip is present on cold start and clears after 2 to 3 minutes, high probability friction modifier depletion. Conditioner indicated. If your slip occurs only at one specific gear change point, regardless of warm-up, possible solenoid issue. Professional electrical diagnosis. If your slip is getting worse every week despite conditioner addition, possible clutch material wear. Professional assessment. 3% of slip presentations are torque converter failure. 97% are not. 3 minutes, 1 bottle. Step 1. Warm the transmission. Drive 15 to 20 minutes with normal acceleration and deceleration, enough for the transmission fluid to reach operating temperature. The conditioner distributes more effectively in warm fluid. Step 2. Check the dipstick. With the engine running and transmission in park, pull the transmission dipstick. Check the fluid level. It should read between the min and max marks. Check the color. Red or pink is acceptable. Light brown means moderate heat cycling. Dark brown means significant modifier depletion, conditioner indicated. Black means severely degraded fluid. Conditioner plus a fluid change within the next 3,000 miles. Step 3. Add conditioner. With the engine off, insert a clean funnel into the dipstick tube. Add the full bottle of transmission conditioner. Standard bottle is 8 to 10 ounces. Correct dosage for a 5 to 6 quart transmission capacity. Add the full bottle. Step 4. Drive and cycle. Replace the dipstick, start the engine, and drive 20 miles with multiple full throttle acceleration and deceleration cycles. This distributes the conditioner through the transmission and allows the seal conditioner component to begin the elastomer absorption process. The seal swelling takes 24 to 48 hours to reach full effect. Evaluate slip at the same conditions after 2 days of normal driving. Step 5. Reassess. If slip frequency decreases by 50% or more within 48 hours, conditioner has addressed the cause. Monitor for 2 weeks. If slip continues without improvement, proceed to professional solenoid and pressure diagnostic. Total cost, $3.19. Lucas Transmission Fix, Seafoam Transtune, or equivalent. Available at every auto parts chain. U.S. Automotive Transmission Service generates $11.7 billion annually. The friction modifier supplement that GM's own engineers listed as the first diagnostic step for slip in 1971, before any mechanical work, does not appear in the modern dealership diagnostic workflow. It does not generate a parts line. The $189 flush does. Allison Transmission still lists it as Step 1. The dealer service advisor who quoted you $189 had a different training document, the one that starts at Step 4. Tonight, pull your transmission dipstick. Look at the color. If it's brown, you're at Step 1 of the 1971 GM diagnostic. Tell me in the comments, year of the car, what color the fluid was, and whether the slip is on upshift or downshift. Every person who adds a $3.19 bottle before booking a $189 flush is doing Step 1 first. The way the manual always said to. Next video, your fuel injectors are clogged and your engine is running rough. The solvent that dissolves injector carbon deposits permanently has been in fuel system engineering literature since 1963. The professional injector cleaning service charges $150 to apply it. The $2.47 additive you pour in the tank does the same electrochemical work, and it's been at the back of every auto parts store since before the internet existed.